Hello everyone, it's your favorite washed up YouTuber, Raja Kazia here, back with another video of Umamusume Pretty Derby. Fuck this goddamn anime bullshit. Sorry, I do not speak horse. Anyways, I've got a spiel to give. I've got a spiel, right? I was not planning to return to Umamusume Pretty Derby. Simply because, I didn't think it was gonna be up my alley. I wasn't sure if it would have staying power. I wasn't sure if I would be consistent with it. And I've been playing it on my phone ever since. So, there is a lot to discuss, right? I really enjoy this game. I think it makes for some pretty decent content. I have some friends who really enjoy the game as well. And I've basically run into this sort of conflict where I noticed Northern Lion, who inspired me to do my original video, stop uploading Umamusume videos. And that's a tragedy, because less Northern Lion is less good in the world. And I realized, as much as I love Northern Lion, there was also a part of me that was really sad not to see the Umamusume content from YouTubers who I felt like didn't specialize in gacha games, right? I don't specialize in gacha games. I specialize more in strategy games, which a management simulator would sort of be a part of. And so that's my spiel on why I'm returning to Umamusume Pretty Derby. Now, I've got some things to discuss. Because of how I've been testing out the series, we do have some extra words. They have the Christmas Biwa Hayahide, because that's a thing apparently. Symbolic Rudolph was the free pull I got from a ticket, and then there's just the basic standard voices. I don't know, the Umas. But yes. And I did originally try to record an episode, which is why you can see some things might be slightly different. But the episode, I usually started with this idea of, oh, what if I actually showed off the story and the dialogue and such. And I realized that was a terrible idea because it takes 5 hours to get through a fucking run, which is great. I love that they have that much content in these games. But I also realized it wasn't great for YouTube as a format. Simply put, I thought doing one run an episode, going through each run as an episode, was a much better format. So, beyond that, I also looked at what was going to be entertaining, right? And I didn't feel like a lot of me covering the dialogue was that entertaining. I felt like focusing on sort of the strategy and the horse races themselves was a lot more fun. Right, so I wanna filter this by Sparks, because that's what I do on my phone. Now we can see what sparks we can get from each of these. Apparently this Biwa Hayahide has a dirt spark, but as a legacy thing. Oh, I guess because I used Harura to inspire that Biwa Hayahide. Phenomenal. Right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this vodka and shit, I can't get it up to an A in mile, which sucks, but hey, I tried. We're gonna get the long gold ship. Jesus, why can I not recall their names today? I know these horses. I know them like the back of my hand, Oh, the one on the left, Vodka, she's gay as fuck for Die with Scarlet. This is lore. And then Gold Ship, I have no idea what the fuck is up with Gold Ship. But still, Gold Ship is Gold Ship. Now, I do not have a lot of cards yet. I'm going to be building up that sort of stuff off screen. Same with, okay, well not the same, and with the character pool, like the trainees. I'm going to be doing trainee pools on screen, probably at the end of each episode. Not each episode, but like every episode where I have 1,500 carats, I'm going to be doing a 10 pool for the trainees. I don't expect that to happen too often, because normally by the time I get enough carats, I'll actually be pulling for support cards. Both that out of the way, let's start planning out our Uma. I do have this Christmas Mayana Top Gun with 1 limit break, which is going to be our best 5-star card. For now, at least. For now. I think I'm going to want quite a bit of stamina stuff, so I am going to have this Manhattan Cafe. I also think it's actually just a really good support card for, oh my god, Symbolic Rudolph. That's who I'm playing. And finally, as a tradition, you go Keys on Black with your support, or in my case, on my phone, I actually do have Keys on Black. Max limit break, level 50. And I never use it because I end up using the support, and I was like, oh, I have other cards I want to use too. On my phone, for the record, I have A+ horses across the board. I think the only one I don't have 3 team members of A+ variety is Mile, because I ended up swapping it around, and it's now like I have a plus. I have an A rank. What is it? Hishi Amazon in like the bottom slot for Mile. But that's it. Now we've got 3 speed, we've got 3 stam. Let's see how far I can actually get through the Symbolic Rudolph career. Now, I am going to hit that. Shorten all events, because we do want to use quick hit mode. And this will just, everything will be on the log to the right, which is going to go way too fast for you to actually read. You might notice. Now I'm just doing a finale because I don't want to go through the alternate game mode right now, even though I think it's better for training Umas. In the future, I will be going through that, but I want to go through a finale just for a while to build up my Umas. Now, I think I'll start with speed because it has 3 of the Umas, so I can build a bond with 3 of them. And building a bond is a great way to be good at the game. Right? You have to actually look at what you're training in order to be good. But yeah, speed and stamina, those are basically the 2 key stats for Symbolic Rudolph. You could use power if you end up going for a late surger. I think that's really good. And if, I mean, the other alternate mode is like you do paste. What the fuck is it? Paste chase? No. It's End Chaser. End Chaser, Late Surger, Pace something, and then Front Runner. I don't recall a Pace Chaser. I think it's Pace Chaser. I don't recall off the top of my head right now. You know, it's sort of that, oh, you always flub up on stream, even when you're familiar with the game. Right, and that's something they never tell you about YouTube. Ooh. It is so hard to actually do commentary while also playing the game. You can try it for yourself, just talk as if there's a camera there, and motherfucker. Yeah, it was great, thank you. Give me food. Yeah, Swing Maestro. We love Swinging Maestro. Swinging Maestro is good. It feeds the spirit, not feels the spirit. That's another thing entirely. That is not appropriate for this channel. Why the fuck am I doing this on my YouTube channel? I feel... I'm not ashamed to admit I play Umamusume, but I'm like, I don't want to sell this to people. It's a gacha game about horse racing anime girls. But, I mean, I say sell. I'm not, like, an official promoter or anything for any game. I do a lot of Civilization videos, so people might think I have, like, some connection to 5-axis. I don't. In fact, I will say, Civilization 7, despite my enjoyment of the game, I think it's still too overpriced. I think it's way up there in price. And I did recently make a video where I talked about, I really enjoy how they did Tonga. That is all true. I think the game is really fun. I think Tonga is a really good civ. I do not think I would pay $70 actually. But still, that much for a strategy game. Especially when I am not really, like, I'm not sold on everything. I do love leader switching. I'll be honest, I think a lot of the changes they actually made to the format are incredible. I'm not a huge fan that they're like, oh, we're having leaders be non-political figures as well. That sort of seems a little weird to me. I'll go, no, playtime is over, because that seems more relevant to us. I think it is. Yeah, it's Space Chaser! Motherfucker, I knew it! It's Late Surger. Oh wait, it's not End Chaser. What the fuck am I saying? Dang. What the fuck is it then? What's it called again? It's Late Surger, Frontrunner, Pace Chaser, and God knows what. Okay, this is our debut race. We gotta see if we die. No. End Closer. That's what it is. So, you can see what each of these do with the little fucking chibi symbol. Dude, look at him go! Oh, but yeah, I do like Late Surger more for Symbolic. I am going Paces with this because I don't have the resources to invest into a Late Surger Symbolic. Now let's see if we win. Woo! We did it. We did not die immediately. We could have been glued, which I hear is banned in every Discord discussing Umamusume. I know, because I am in Umamusume Discord. It pains me to say, but I love it. I love it. I love the game. What can I say? Hey, you know, despite how it presents itself, sort of like in a anime format that I am not exactly like, it's not my interest, right? I'm not a huge weeaboo is the term, I believe. I'm not a huge weeb. I like anime. I definitely watch some. I don't consider myself like that into it as a medium. I just if there's a good show, you know, I'll watch it. And so I really liked Dandadan. Dandadan's always really good. I love the Fate series, which is, you know, a little embarrassing to admit, but also, like, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. What can I say? Hey, Kanoko Nasu is just this phenomenal author, and, like, I originally started playing. Well, I originally watched the Fate Zero anime, and then I read the visual novel before it got the official translation, which I'm not making a convincing argument that I am not in fact a weeb, but trust me. Besides those two, I don't really care for anime too much right now. Like, someone was asking me, oh, what do I watch recently? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Let's watch this race. That's what we're watching. We're watching the whole, oh, we're dying. Oh shit, we're glue. Let's do it 4 times speed, because I don't know. Oh, there's Suzuka Silence there, with the sort of green ears. I don't understand. And one thing, right? So, why do they still have like uniforms in racing as Umamusume? Hey, like, I get it. Right? Real life horses sort of have an aesthetic to them in horse racing. I don't necessarily understand that, but I know it's a thing. But these are not shaped like real life horses, but they have the strength of real life horses, and they have ears like real life horses. There is a lot to discuss. Also, I do know in fact that there are no male Umas. That is canon. This is like this weird symbiotic relationship that humans have with these horse girls. Where they're just like yeah, you know, our species does not actually survive unless we mate with a human male? What the fuck is this lore? I feel like this is a cruel test of God against me. But this is a fun game. Anyway, I love little management simulators like this. I say like this. This is kind of like the only game of its not genre, but its format that I can think of, where it's kind of like a visual novel as a fucking roguelike of all things. I don't know how they came up with this idea, but I love it. And yes, there was a reason I did choose Symbolic Rudolph. It's because I like Symbolic Rudolph, and they did not have TM Opera O in the free ticket selection. Hold on, I'll join you. I know energy is generally better. Later on, as I've been doing my A+ runs, I have found myself using a lot of weight training to restore energy and a lot of the extra training to get bonus stats up. Because it's 5 energy, it's not much, but it's 5 bonus in any stat. I'll see which one of these I want. Head on to Space Racer. Your father is a wonderful man. Shit. We still got to move up though. Bam! We're now D in speed. Hopefully we do not get glued. I just want to double check how long I've been recording. 18 minutes. I wanted to do that just to make sure I was still recording, because there have been times I've been like, oh, I think I hit the record button and I didn't hit it hard enough. So it's just like sitting there as I'm playing a game without the camera going. I say camera, it's not a fucking camera. I think maybe I know we could do either of these. I mean, stamina, I think wit is gonna be what we want anyways. So I don't really necessarily understand what each of these stats do. I know stamina is stamina, right? You are able to maintain your horse's run speed for longer before they start getting exhausted and wearing out. Speed is speed, you go fast. How fast your horse goes is the most important and vital stat. And power is sort of like, power is how forceful your horse can be while running. So it's whether they can push through other horses. Guts is for when you are doing your last spurt of energy, sort of like the runner's high. That's how much force you apply there, I guess. I don't really understand it too well. And then wit is just like, oh, you trigger your skill events more and wear yourself out less. I don't necessarily understand. I say that, now I'm realizing, you know, maybe I understand this pretty well. I just feel like I don't. Because it's like, doesn't make sense to me in a way. Now, we've got corner recovery. Let's see our prediction. Okay, we've got the necessary stats for the Satsuki show. But we have the Japanese 30, like, almost immediately after this, for sure. Yeah, we got second there. If I had better cards, I think we could have gone through the Satsuki show pretty easy. That said, second is not bad, considering we're starting off, and also, like, I really could have done some better training there. I do like our stats, but I'm gonna risk speed just to get it up to a C. But we don't have like great sparks, which is what I, of course, will rely on later on. And now we're going to want to rest. Okay, evidently now we're going to be sleep deprived. Fuck that shit. We hate being sleep deprived. I hate being sleep deprived. I'm narcoleptic, right? I sleep a lot, and I'm like, oh, I want to sleep more, cause my body is like, I'm awake. What the fuck? It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But that's just one of the things that frustrates me about narcolepsy, right? Did I skip the previous? No, I didn't. I couldn't have. I might have, without realizing I was skipping it. Because I'm so used to playing on my phone, I'm just skipping the actual race animations. And part of that is because I go through so many runs per day trying to get slightly better than I was before, which I've been accomplishing lately. I'm at A+. If I get to S, you know, I'll be pretty good. And oh my god, I just realized I need to. Some people have already gotten like the rank after S rank, which is horrifying. I have no fucking idea how they did that. But they did. They did. They like planned out every detail of their races. I don't think I'm gonna go that intense with this. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how long the series is gonna go either, or how regular it'll come. I know that I'm gonna be recording a couple episodes in like bursts per day. But I also want to like space things out, so I'm not uploading an episode every day. Because then I would just be an Umamusume channel. And that feels frustrating. I don't want to Motherfucker. You're resting up. I know I could've... Practice perfect, practice perfect, practice perfect. Yeah! Okay, it's late June. If we could do a race, but I don't want to. I want to rest. So we're going into summer, which is the best point for training. I'm gonna go wit to get a little more of that. None of these are great. Guts. Just get a little more of that. And now it's guts. That's really good. But hey, we at least get Manhattan Cafe up. I'm going to want power. Eat more and bulk up. This is always the same event for every Uma, so that's why I know that one off the top of my head. Fuck, I could have gotten that. Oh well, we're going to restaurant creation. I don't want to risk it. Even though it's a 50-50 chance, well, 51-49. I don't want to risk it. That's terrifying. If she dies because of that, you know, that's the episode. That's the run. Oh yeah, we have to do the show, which we're not going to get necessarily. Did I win the Japanese derby? I didn't even check that. I think I won the Japanese derby. You know, I need to pay more attention. Actually, I think I'm paying enough attention to that game. I'm actually doing pretty good on commentary area, and that's what's important to me. I want to make sure you guys are entertained by these videos. We have not enough stamina, especially for the show, which is a long race. So we are about to fucking die. Happens to the best of us, everyone. Anyways, these horses gay. You know what really astonishes me is the people who are like, you know what? I'm not a person who understands the waifu culture, and I know some people are into that. I don't mind. I can't do like self-shipping in any capacity like that. And I think about the people who ship themselves with characters that already have like a really good ship within the lore, like Vodka, Daiwa Scarlet, or most of the Umas in this game, and you'll find are like able to ship themselves. Rice Shower, Melon Bourbon. I don't really get the Rice Shower thing. She looks like a kid to me, but that's just a personal thing. I don't. From what I know, from people in the Umamusume community who have explained the lore to me, they apparently age like elves. So that's why they're sort of like various different age groups and weird age lengths. Like they have the same lifespan of humans, but the consistency of aging as elves. So does that mean they're gonna like die looking young as fuck? I don't know. They don't have to. Actually, do Umas have the lifespan of elves? I don't know. Okay, I played this game for the strategy. I played for the game. Yes, exactly. I'm convincing. Motherfucker! Some Bollywood, please. Get your shit together. Girl, you gotta stomp these horses into the dirt. I'll take the time to do it, right? Oh, it's we gotta do pretty chase and stuff. Let's go corner adept. Corner adept is good. If we end up getting that, Kidasan Black Spark, or Professor of Curvature, that would be really good. So this is the Arima Keenan. Arima Keenan. I don't know. Also, I think I said I don't speak Japanese. I do speak a little Japanese. Exactly. Enough to know how to say things, but not enough to know the difference. Which one is katakana and which one is hiragana? I think hiragana are like the more basic ones. They're just like basic sounds. I think katakana. I don't know what kanji is. Don't even ask me what the fuck kanji is. I will die on the spot. I will just evaporate. I would be Thanos now. I realize I'm not speeding this up, so you can just hear the commentary being like, oh! I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, but they're just saying like, look, Daiwa Scarlet's kicking your ass, motherfucker. You're getting your ass stomped. Oguri cap. No cap. For real, on God. What the fuck am I saying? You can't tell, I'm a bit of a boomer. I don't speak this Gen Z slang, even though I am in fact Gen Z. That is weird as fuck to me. I'm like on the very like latter end of Gen Z. Like, no, I always forget. I wonder if McKinnon's there's gonna be like a musical number, but I don't want to see that shit. Don't fuck with me. We're not seeing that shit right now. We could. It would be like insane. I just am also. I don't listen to J-pop. Or whatever this genre would be, Uma Pop. You know, the real question is why aren't they like Mongolian throat singing? They're horses. They've gotta be like. The Mongol Empire must have been fucking insane in Uma lore. the Kingdom of Ireland, I know, is still around in Uma lore, which means Britain was shit. It was nothing. But Ireland, ooh, Ireland is the jam. So what the fuck is happening in Umamusume lore that caused Ireland to still be a kingdom? Because that shit's insane. And I think it has something to do with the fact that there aren't cavalry? Because you can't have cavalry if they're shaped like people. That would be weird. Like just riding on this girl's horses? Like, this girl's shoulders? What the fuck am I saying? And, you know, I just can't envision in like how that would affect the things. Because I assume instead of having cavalry, they just have Umamusume forces in their armies. So like you end up with the Mongol, instead of having horse archers, they have Uma archers, which are just archers, but they're all horse girls that run as fast as fucking horses. And then you're like, well, why don't they just have all of the armies be Uma? What the fuck can a human do against a horse girl? Because they're physically stronger than us, they're faster than us, they're gonna kick my ass. So what the fuck happens in the Uma world history? Am I overthinking things? Perchance. But this is important. This is lore. I just realized I have a C in power, not a C in stamina, which means we are about to fucking die. Tenosho Spring. Right? Is this a Tenosho Spring? I don't know. Oh, this is Nakayama. I don't even recall which race this was. Which race was this? American Jockey. The American JCC, whatever. I don't know this shit. But, ooh. Oh, is that an optional race? Why did I do it then? Good question. I need stamina because I'm gonna die in the Tenosho Spring otherwise. Let's rest and then just train entirely in stamina. Okay, good. We needed that. We needed that bad. Give me stamina. Wait, give me stamina. To Zuna. I am dying suddenly. This is sort of why I started to make YouTube videos of like playthroughs, because I'm like, I will be sitting down to record videos and I will have my narcolepsy episodes in the middle of recording. And it's just a challenge. It's why I normally do like pre-recorded audio, like sort of dubbed over. But I wanted something different for the Umamusume. And I think sort of doing a playthrough style of live commentary is great. Like the great game and the recent like Tonga video, I'm gonna want to do more of the Oso style videos like I did with Tonga for Civilization 7 stuff. But with the great game, that is unscripted, but it's still like I can go back and re-record lines. So I don't have a script because some people, the video is already there. I readjust it, but I need to actually, like, if I try to script it, I have to time how long everything I'm saying lasts to the video, and it just wasn't working out that way when I was editing, and when I was doing it like 1 week at a time, which I'm gonna want to return to at some point, probably every other week, but still, it was just reaching the point where I was like, okay, I physically cannot do all that. How do I not have? Oh, is it different between the? It's different. Because normally this would be enough to get through Tenosho Spring, but now it looks like we don't have enough stamina to get through Tenosho Spring. Tenosho Spring is impossible unless you have enough stamina. It is what I consider to be the hardest race, because, like, normally you get buffs to stamina. The Tenocho Spring seems to be immune to those buffs. I don't get it, but it is the race. It's the career ender. You know, if your horse does not have enough stamina, they lose in the Tenocho Spring, and they lose badly. I'm sure we're about to see that unless Swinging Maestro pulls through and saves our ass. Let's see. We're in 5th place. We're starting to pull forward. 2nd. I think we need top 3, so I'm not too concerned if we lose to right tower. My alarm started going off. I did not realize it was that close to my wake-up time. We won? Okay, I guess I was correct. It's a C in stamina. When you get to the other one, it's usually a C+. Actually, I think C+ is like the best. Like, you're definitely winning the Tenocho Swing if you have a C+ in stamina. And decent stats otherwise. But a C, at least, is like, oh, you have a chance of winning the Tenocho Swing, so that's normally what I aim for. Let's get her a drink. He looks thirsty. Thirsty. Risk it. Yeah! Yeah, I'm so good at horse. And now we get Professor of Curvature, which is great for this point. So I think from this point on, we're actually gonna win this career, because I don't see too many obstacles preventing us from winning, actually. Like, we've got decent enough wit, we've got power, speed, and stam. We're gonna get even more stam here. Hot Topic too, hell yeah. We love Hot Topic. We love dressing goth. I did dress goth recently. I don't give goth vibes with my speech, but I dressed goth recently, and I was like, oh my god, this actually kind of works. And I sent a picture to my sister, and they were like, oh my god, this actually kind of works. And that's terrifying. What if I've been goth this whole time, and I never even realized it? I've been squandering my goth potential. What the fuck does that mean? Who knows? Life is what you make of it. But the thing about life is that, you know, not everyone gets a chance. And it's kind of bullshit, right? There are infants that die after birth. And it's just, well, everyone typically dies after birth. Alright, that's a little trivia for you about biology. You know, you have to be born to die, technically. I don't think that's true necessarily, but it's... Actually, I want to know, legally, is that... I know there's like complications about abortion, but if you aren't born, are you still technically considered having been alive if you're like a miscarriage? I don't know how that works. This is a very intense subject, and I should probably like warn people, you know, trigger warning. I'm gonna be discussing this, but I don't know how I feel about trigger warnings. Like, logically, I understand them, and I'm very much willing to like adjust my topics if I feel like, oh, you know, there's gonna be people who might be put on edge by sort of these discussions. But I'm also like, there are times when you have to approach very uncomfortable subject matter in the real world, and you're not always gonna get a trigger warning, and it sucks. Like, I don't know what to say really, other than that, like, we could... Everyone's going to have challenges in discussing certain things. I a little bit of context about myself. I am a native studies student. I major in anthropology, but my focus is on indigeneity, and I am not indigenous. Like, we've been doing research to see if I have sort of the genetic connection to any tribes or whatever in the United States, but we don't know. But I did not grow up indigenous. I grew up on a Native American reservation, and which is why I'm really fascinated in the subject and why I've sort of been studying it. But the big thing that you come across in that field is that there are going to be times where your perspective is challenged tremendously. And you don't get much of a recourse for, like, how do I handle this emotionally? I don't want to see this music number right now. We're having a very intense, but very important and good discussion, you know? And what I should say is, like, I do understand the need for trigger warnings, and I think they're very important. But I'm also of the opinion that, like, you're not always going to get that. And you can't really fault someone for not getting a trigger warning, especially in a context like this where I'm not sure my audience's tolerabilities. Right? And that's a big thing for me. I've been transitioning for, how long has it been now? 4 years? 4 or 5 years? Oh my god, it's almost 6 actually. I just realized if I started sort of transitioning, hey, I got one of the bonuses. If I started transitioning when I was around 18, it's been a while. I'm almost 24, starting in February. And anyways, as I was saying, I just think, you know, this is one of those things that I'm happy to be educated on. I grew up in a very conservative culture. I grew up in North Idaho, of all places, which is sort of like bumfuck nowhere United States. And the United States is already very conservative. You might have noticed with our everything going on right now. And I don't know. Oh, but I've been transitioning for years, and there's a lot of people who will be like wanting trigger warnings when you're discussing something very personal. And one phrase I've heard before is trauma dump, right? If someone's discussing an experience that could be very traumatic for them or is very triggering, and they're mentioning it to someone they trust, they'll be told, oh, please don't do that, you're trauma dumping. I think that's a shitty thing to do, honestly. Not in the sense that, like, oh, you know, if someone is trying to, like, overwhelm you with information or whatever, I don't necessarily think that's anyone's intention, but also, like, if someone is saying something to you that makes you physically uncomfortable, well, you don't necessarily have to accept it. But there's also the case of, like, I don't think the other person is to blame for confiding in you. I don't know how we got to this place in society where we're just, like, intolerant of other people's experiences. And really, I've mentioned before, I think everyone can do with a lot more grace this generation, and because we've all been through a lot of shit, and you know, just a little patience, a little courtesy could go a long way in sort of mending this break in unity that, at least in the United States, we've been facing a lot of. And yes, we won the career and the Ura finale. As I was discussing this, bada bing, bada boom, I tell you that. We're gonna have to watch him if we go Legend, because we actually did win the career, but I wasn't sure I would. Okay, we're not gonna listen to the song, but not too much. I do love this video. There's TM Opera on the left and Gold Chip on the right. I don't know what any of this means. I have no idea what any of this means. Well, actually, there's translation at the bottom. I just never listen to the actual lyrics. This is incredible. I've never actually seen the animation for these. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. If you want to see the actual music video for this, you just play the fucking game. It's free. It's on Steam. It's on the App Store. I love their little dances. They're having a great time, you know? Who am I to judge? But like, also, why the fuck are the horses singing? You ever question, like, how does this culture work? What? Who is like, we have this race entirely of horse girls, and they're like sprinters. You know what? We should have song and dance number. I don't know. I don't want to listen to the whole fucking song. I just wanted to like sort of end off the video with sort of that cheery note. Oh, because we were talking about pretty intense things for a while, and that happens, you know. I as a YouTuber, I feel like part of my quality is not my necessarily social ability, but rather my ability to connect with people. Reach a good ending for a trainee. Hey, we got an achievement for that because I haven't done it on Steam yet. I've done it plenty of times on my phone, but this is not my phone. This is Steam. And I'm on my laptop because my desktop is not here right now, at least. Let's go extra tank. At least just focus a little on long, you know? Oh, we've still got more we can do. Let's get Sunny Days. Why not? This is gonna be a B+ Uma, I think. Let's see. Is it a B+ Uma? I think it's a B+ Uma. Boom! Exactly. B+. I know these things. I should not know these things, but I do, in fact. It's B+, which it was still pretty good as a rhyme. But yeah. And we've got some tickets. So let's at least use the tickets. See what we get, you know? Might as well be a fun way to end the episode. We did finish our career, we got some tickets. And we got these, which I'm gonna have to do that for the event, but I'm just gonna do that off screen. I don't really want to showcase the event, the story, the lore in these videos. That's not my intention. This is just sort of a fun thing, you know. Fills in sort of the gap in my schedule. 30 stamp information's complete. So let me just grab all this. Yeah, some Bollywood off, she carried. We might actually have to do a 10-full for some trainees. I mean, I know, what is it, Fine Motion is currently out. And as this series goes along, things are probably going to get way out of date, because I'm going to be recording these in batches. Let's see, how many do I have? Oh, we have enough for general. I'm going to handle the rest of that later, but we are going to do some 10-fulls for Fine Motion. Let's see if we get Fine Motion. Let's see, you never know, I don't think we got Fine Motion. Yeah, there's no rainbow. Oh, there's no horseshoe on the door. I don't think we got her. But let's see what we do get. Nothing. That was terrible. We got Sakura Bakino, Metro Line. Oh, a gold. Yay! At least upgraded. Vodka on 3. Extakion King Halo. Oh, gold. Die with Scarlet. Nice nature. Sakura back to no. Metro Line, and then lastly, Air Groove. And we do have a ticket, so let's at least use the ticket. Hey, you know, might as well do the tickets on video. Oh, because that's fun. One. Nothing! Wow, we did it. We got a nice nature. That was exactly what we were heading for. Anyways, my name is Kazia. It's so wonderful to have you here today. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more of this content or you just enjoyed hearing me ramble on about bullshit for 50 minutes, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. This is Kazia signing off. Bye-bye!